Hi everyone, welcome to Craft Addict K. I'm Carla and this is my stitching room. My channel is about cross stitch and crafting, and today we have a lot. This is January 2nd. I'm fibbing to you. It is February 2nd and this is my January wrap up. We have an FFO, which is a fully finished object. I have an FO, which is a finished whip, and I have whips to show you. We're going to talk about some haul. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks with my Pakos that I wanted to share with you. And John, we have my storyboards for updates with you. So we will do this at the end for anybody that's not interested, but this is my 2024 whip list. Then we're going to mark off the whips that I've worked on in January and finishes. And this is my whip go and my how many stitches did I get, which we will talk at the end of the video, and we will update those together for anybody that wants to stick around for that, because this is the first time I've done that in my videos. So this is our first video of 2024, and I'm happy to say that for most of my plans, I'm sticking with them. And I'm liking the progress I'm making. So maybe you will too. Maybe you'll jump on my train with me. I don't know. I do want to say that I did decide to monetize the channel, mostly because I want to do more giveaways. And so that helps financially with the giveaways and the shipping, because we know how bad shipping is. And I have some giveaways to do for this video that we will do, announce winners at the next video. So don't let me forget that. Okay, and January, by the way, my husband and I celebrated our 27th wedding anniversary just a few days ago. He got me this wonderful necklace. It's got a fishing hook. First he told me that's because I was his fishing buddy, which if you follow me, you know that we do fishing a lot in the summer together. And I said, really? You got me a hook because I'm your fishing buddy? And he says, well, you're the one I didn't want to let get away, so I kept you hooked. Okay, I'll take that. Sometimes he can be all swoony. We'll say swoony. So sometimes he does good. So we'll take that. And I wanted to, so at the end of the video, I'm probably going to do a little picture collage of just some of the things over the years together that I probably have on my phone. So if you want to stick around for that, that'll be at the end of this video, just because it's 27 years with this man. Not trading him in. I said his return policy expired. I do want to talk about some fellow floss tubers, because unfortunately I am not very good at this. I've been falling behind on my floss tubes, but I have some new ones that I've watched recently, and so I wanted to give them a shout out here. One of them is Blushing Pink Stitches. Her name is Lindsay, and she's got some beautiful whips. And she's just, I'm not sure where she's from, but she does have an accent. She's definitely overseas from the United States. So she's got an accent, and I could just listen to it all day. Love listening to her talk. I also want to call out Debbie with Alan Gator. Debbie, I know, watches my videos every now and then. She does leave me a comment. She does some big projects. She does some major stitching. I'm in awe of her. When I see her videos come up on my feed, I always watch her. And Tara at One Stitch at a Time. And I don't believe Tara's put out a video for a while. She's fairly new, but I want you to check her out. All of the people that I mentioned, I do have them in the comment section below. I have a link to their channel, so you can go check them out. And let me see. I think I put Ali Z down there too. I'm pretty sure Ali Z is down there. Ali Z I met for the first time in person at Grace Notes Fabrics Retreat this past August. By the way, Grace Notes is having their second annual retreat this coming August. So if you have not signed up or you're interested in more information, join their Facebook group as well. It's Grace Notes. They're doing lots of fun things. If you're into challenges right now, she has Corinne. They've started some challenges. They've been lots of fun. January we did dogs. Now this, and it's 500 stitches per dog, and it was really cool. And this year, or this month, we're in February, it's short-haired cats. She just started an annual challenge or a yearly challenge. Her and I actually talked about this together. We were going to do a yearly challenge, kind of work your whips, but she's calling the challenge Work Your Whips with Grace. And we didn't want to limit us from starting all the things per se, but we did want to manage our whips and keep our starts more controlled. So her and I, while we were at a retreat, came up with the idea, let's hold each other accountable, and we will do, we're allowed one start a month, and if you don't use that start during that month, you forfeit it, and you get a start for your birthday. So an extra start, so a bonus start on your birthday month. Believe both of our birthdays are in June. I think hers is in June too. So we thought that was great because we both fall. So anyways, I'm digressing. This is a yearly, she just posted it in the last day or two. So make sure if you check out Grace Knows Fabrics, check out some of the challenges. She's doing drawings, especially if you get a drawing, regardless of what fabric you stitch your projects on. But if you do it on a Grace Notes fabric, you get 2 drawing entries to possibly win some fabric. So you could win some fabric for free, and she'll ship it anywhere. So she's a wonderful human. So I always like to recommend wonderful humans. So anyways, so Work Your Whips with Grace. Join us for our annual, I say annual, but it's our yearly challenge that we're doing together. So, and somebody in her group, when she talked about it, wanted to join in, so she made it an official group challenge. So it's very, just work your stuff. Very fun, very fun. So regardless if you have 3 whips or you have 300 whips, we welcome all whips because, we like all the things. Okay. All right. I'm digressing. Let's talk about my full finishes. Because, this is a channel about cross stitch after all. And I did talk to you last time I did a video that we were planning with some friends on Zoom to have some finishing parties. And we did that last weekend. So I was able to fully finish a project all by myself. I'm so proud of myself for this. So I know this pattern came from a magazine. I have no idea what it's called. I have no idea who the designer is. I think it's a fabric flare fabric because it was just a scrap of fabric that I had. I stitched it a long time ago. You probably saw it on past videos at some point. And I remember I stitched it for a challenge. And I don't remember what challenge it was. But anyways, let me show you. This I got Frank and Elizabeth. So it is on a picture frame. And what I did was I pinned it on foam board. Oop, look. So, okay, cat's out of the bag. This is the frame. And it's got a magnet. See? Frame. Got this from Hobby Lobby on clearance. I've had it for a couple years. I've got different colors. And there's my back. Okay. So I wanted to be able to use it for other things. So, oop, got a little fuzzy. So I have the magnet, so it holds it just fine. I just tweaked it a little bit. So put the magnet on there. I pinned it into the foam core, and then I put a little, you can see a little ribbon around it. I hot glued the ribbon around it and hot glued the magnet. So there it is. I know I could have used a washer on one side, and I probably should have used a washer, but I didn't have one handy, and I still don't have washers handy. I need to, Jamie and Karen, please remind me to get washers. At some point when I'm at work, remind me to go to Hobby Lobby or go to Home Depot on my lunch break. Anyways, so I made a picture frame. I think it'll be neat to sit on my desk and whenever the Halloween spirit strikes me. So there is my fully finished. So yay me, fully finished, first one for the year. Okay, I'm going to put that over there. So that was the only fully finished. And then I have a finished piece. So my finished piece, and I probably should have brought a board, and I didn't because I didn't think about it. So my fully finished piece, let me go back here, is Cinnamon Stars. I did this on a 32 count Belfast linen called Flex. And this is a Plum Street sampler pattern. I did not use all of the called for colors, but I used some of them. And this is the finish. Oh, there we go. That is the full finish. Now I added above the door our names, the Pagans, because that's my last name. And I also put in established, and then the year we were married on the lower corner. I just backstitched it in. But that is cinnamon stars. And I have already passed this stash on to somebody else. So this will go into my, at some point, Carla, you need to fully finish this project. So that will go into those projects. But I'm very happy with how that turned out. That's all my finishes. I know, sad, right? So let's talk about whips. So the first whip I'm going to show you is the easiest one to show you. And that's because if you remember from both my past videos, I had my sister give me those pillow box ornaments and I've been working on them. Well, one of them is a actual ornament and I think it sits like this. So I've been working on this intermittently and it sits downstairs actually when I'm sitting in my recliner chair, which isn't very much. I'm usually up here in my stitching room. So I only did 126 stitches on this. So this is a whip. When it's finished, I'll pull out another ornament. It's going to become my travel piece to go with me. I think we're doing a couple of things this weekend with traveling short distance, like to go see my dad, you know, check on him, that kind of stuff. So I will take that with me and work on it while I'm there. Then I want to show you, and this isn't in any order, but I should probably do it in some order for you. Let me just get on here. One of the projects that I'm doing is Amazing Animal Kingdom. So that is the only change I think I've made to my plans. And that's because my friend Crystal is doing Amazing Animal Kingdom. And so we wanted to be able to try and incorporate it into our whip flow. But you know, I've got my whips already planned out for the year and what I was working on. So we decided that when there's 5 weeks in a month, Amazing Animal Kingdom will get that 5th week. So in January, there was a partial week going between January into February, which happens to be this week. So I decided that this would be the week I'm doing Amazing Animal Kingdom. So this is what it looks like. Trying to not give you glare here. I am started over here in the top right corner. And you will see it again because this is Friday. I still have Saturday and Sunday to work on it. But so far for January, I put 753 stitches in. So not an amazing amount, but enough. So, and I have my Amazing Animal Kingdom scroll rod covers from Tiffany with Black Cat X Stitchery. But you can see I've got the bird here, and this is what I've been working on, kind of transitioning it. And I put a picture in here as to where it started at too. Now you will see this one again because I'm working on it this weekend. I'm hoping to get 2,000 stitches this weekend, hopefully on it. And when that happens on Monday, I will switch to my other project, which is, I will show you what's next up. I'll just see. Let me wait. Let's see. Let me go with how it's going to come out. Okay, so the first full week of each month, I am working on U.S. Travel Shelf. And this is also on scroll rods, and it is in my travel bag. I call it my travel bag. This was gifted to me from my friend Lynn. And I have done a lot of work on this one. So U.S. Travel Shelf has, I did 5,115 stitches on it. I have the regular version. Let me find it in here. I have so many in here. There we go. I'm trying to show you the mock-up. So here is the mock-up, and I am a top right starter, and I do full cross, 25 count, 1/1 is how I stitch. And I'm up in this upper right corner. So you will see that. And this is as far as we got here. So I worked all of this. You can see the wagon, part of the I call it a Volkswagen. Apparently it's a wood panel something. from back in the day. I'll say back in the day. It's before my time. They got the suitcase. We got our little man here. I believe there's a moose and there's a plane that will come into play down here. My goal was to just take it down to here across this shelf, and then I was going to roll it. But that's, I'll try and stop moving it all over the place. That is where this piece is at. Now this project, like I said, it comes out the first week of every month. It is going to be a somewhat focused piece for me. Somewhat focused piece. By the way, Amazing Animal Kingdom was also one of my WIPGO calls for this month. So put that over here. Next up is Land of the Free. And this project is by Kimberly Mueller. And I am not doing it in the called for, mostly not the called for colors. I did get some Victoria Motto threads. Sorry, I'm trying to balance. I've got some Victoria Motto threads. And I changed the house colors, but this is pretty much what it's looking like. This is Land of the Free. Willow Hill samplings. I am doing this one. I think this is just, this is an even weave. I wrote my boards, my storyboards. I'll have to get those. And this is as far as I've gotten. So I finished the house doing the windows, and I started this house over here. So I definitely changed the colors on the house. I'll put in a before and after each picture so you can see where I started and where I finished for the month. But this one got Land of the Free at 4,723 stitches. So some of you have asked, since I'm not doing the adminning of Whip Warriors anymore, would my stitches go up? I can tell you for the first month that I'm not spending my time checking posts, my stitches definitely went up. Next I worked on this month is Rainbow Magic Study. This one I did 3,262 stitches. This is a fun stitch, and I don't know why I don't stitch on it more, but it is a very fun stitch. So, well, I know why I don't, because I got too many other big projects that I like to stitch on. This is going to cause me an issue here. Let me move that. Okay, there you go. So I will put in a picture of where I was before when I started. And mostly I've finished the butterfly and worked down at an angle. As you can tell, I'm going at an angle. With all the lights, I'm starting to get into more purples. It is a very fun stitch. I like stitching on big projects. So some of these may not come out again. This was a WIPGO call for January, so it might not come out again this year. Or it could, if I finish something and it's calling to me, I may pull it out anyway and put some more stitches in it. I'm really trying to focus though. Next up is Stargazer. This is the last whip. Stargazer is in my, I love this bag. So I asked Tiffany with Black Cat X Stitchery, her link is down below. I said, this is my pattern. What can you come up with so I'll know when I look at that project, that's what it is in. And she made me this bag. I love it. And it fits my scroll rods. And she made me scroll rod covers that match the bag. And I absolutely love it. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind which project is in it. And I did a lot of stitches on this. Okay, so Stargazer, are you listening out there, John? 6,821 stitches on Stargazer. Very happy with how that one turned out. But before I show you, let me show you what it's supposed to look like, because that's another one that should be in my pattern keeper. Give me 1 second. I should print these out. My printer is not doing well with color right now, so that's why I thought this would be better. So this is what it will look like when it's done. This is a limited edition from Heaven and Earth Design. And it's, I believe Jeffrey Haynie is the artist, I think. So, want to see where I got to? I'm so tickled. All right. me see if I can get it on camera. There we go. Okay, so I had all this. I was over to about here, I think. And then I took it all the way across. So you can see we have, I finished up at the Taurus, finished Gemini, and we've started into something over here that I'm thinking might be Scorpion. I'm thinking maybe, I'm not 100% sure, because I don't look ahead. I just kind of go with it and see what evolves, but, oh look at, that's got a ship on it. See, there's a ship there. It says adventure. Why that's so important is there's a prompt and it was calling for to stitch on a project with a ship, so I guess I can use this. But that is where we are. I this is a fun stitch. This is my husband's that he really wants me to stitch. So I have been working kind of in a Royal Row method. You can see my bobbies, somewhat working in a Royal Row method across. I find that that method can be quicker on some projects, and in other projects it's a hindrance. So some of my projects I work on the diagonal, some of them you'll see are Royal Rows. So I think it just depends. I'm hoping that the next time I pull this out, I'll be able to get clear over here to the end, which this comes out for a week every month, and that week may fluctuate to being the second, the third, the fourth, or the fifth week, depending. It will fluctuate on what I have going on in the month, because I want it to be a good week that I'm here and I'm not running around. I'm not going to a retreat. I'm not going any place on the weekend. So it gets a good 7 days on it. So that is all of my whips and my finishes. So with that, let me pause you, hoping that you're still there with me, because I want to get our board out and get it marked up. Okay, hopefully I could cut that little bit out, and let's do our boards. So I have my frog. Here's my frog, and I put all of my Sharpie markers in there. And I brought an extra fat big pink highlighter because I wasn't sure. Okay. So let's start with our whip list. So on this month, we finished Cinnamon Stars. So Cinnamon Stars can get lined off. So we put a line through Cinnamon Stars because it's finished. Then I'm going to take a different color and we're going to do, let's see. You know what? It's January, so let's use blue for January. We worked on, we're going to give it a little star because I stitched on it. What did we work on? U.S. Travel Shelf. That's over here. So, let's see. Let's give it a little star. Right? My stars are atrocious. Okay. Stargazer we worked on. We'll give it a star. What else did we work on? Amazing Animal Kingdom. We will count that this month because we worked on that this month. Land of the Free. That's right there. Give it a star. And let's see. Ornaments from Sherry. I worked on one of those. Sherry's my sister. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing one. What am I missing? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. U.S. Travel. Oh, Magic Study. Magic Study Rainbow version. And we will give that one a star. So, 7 stars. Well, 6 stars and a line. So we know that that one's done. So my goal with this board and why I'm showing this is I want all of my whips that are on here to be touched, and not all of these are on my whip go board. So this is going to help be picture for me where what at the end of the year, what haven't I touched yet that I can go touch. So that is my whip list. So there we go. I'm going to write that on the outside so I know what it is. Okay. Now we get to have fun. All right. This is my What Did You Do board. Bam! So we have no starts. I did no starts in January, but we did have a finish. So I'm going to put my finish on here. Let's do our finish. Well, we'll do it in blue. So, sorry, I'm going to put down here so I can write 1 cinnamon stars. First finish on the board. Yay! Okay, then we did our whip go. So whip go numbers for this month, for January, was 22, which is Cinnamon Stars and Amazing Animal Kingdom. So when I did my whip go board, I paired a full coverage with a non-full coverage. And that was mainly so when I went away this summer, I could take the non-full coverage, it travels easier, with me on the weekends and use my week to do a full coverage piece. So depending on what's going on and which one I want to put more progress in will depend on what I work on when. If I'm at home, I do a lot more stitches on the weekend than I do during the week after work. So it gives me some flexibility. The other whip go number that was called was number 9, which for me was Magic Rainbow Study and Land of the Free. And my goal was to stitch 4 to 5 on one and 2 to 3 on the other, depending on what was going on. And I managed to do that. So those are filled in. Now for February, you have number 3, which for me is Trick or Treat by Randall Spangler and Newcastle Bouquet. And the other number was number 24, which is down here. And that's Tea and Cookies and Huckleberry Farm. So I have a retreat in February I'm going to, and I will be taking Huckleberry Farm with me to that retreat. So that travels easy. Okay, now for our temperature gauge. My goal was to reach 200,000 stitches. I did not reach 200,000 in this past year. So I'm hoping for 2024 I will. I have this in 10,000 increments. My grand total for January was 22,210 stitches. I can't even believe I got 22,210 stitches. So I need to fill us up to the second line. The 210 will just, the 2,210 will just get added to next time because I don't want to, I'm just going to fill up as we hit the 10,000 mark. So I'm going to fill all that in. Down below that, thank you for hanging out and doing this with me. I know this probably isn't that much fun for you, but it's a lot of fun for me. And this, I had a blue highlighter, but I forgot it and didn't bring it with me, so we went with pink. So, hey, we've got progress. First month in. So, we got to finish. We met our goals for WIPGO. These projects that are not on my WIPGO board, I may take with me. I was looking at them earlier today going, I think I can take some of those with me on a retreat stitch as a backup stitch. So I'll be taking some of those with me. And then we have our stitch goal. We hit 22,210 stitches in January. So we're already up 2 lines. That's exciting. John, I say John, he is Mr. Grace Notes, but I'm telling you, that's exciting to see. I don't know. I just thought this would be fun. Jennifer from Caffeinated Stitcher, Jen, the Caffeinated Stitcher, does a big, she has massive boards. And she does her whip list, and she has all kinds of goals. And as she's meeting goals, she's marking them off. But I went with 2 baby boards because I'm just new. I'm just seeing if I like this, and it's a little bit easier to manage. And I like the picture of it. I hope you do too. And you'll join my journey because this is going to be fun. Okay, so I guess we can put the frog away. I want to talk about... Let me pull out my notes because I did write some stuff down. I was like, oh, I got to make sure to talk about that Flosstube. I want to talk about Here's my Flosstube page. I gotta talk about, well, in Stitchy Kindness. Okay, so first off, Stitchy Kindness. I received a package in the mail I wasn't expecting, and when I got it, I was tickled pink. A friend of mine in Arizona is making needle minders, and she sent me this because she says, just because you're awesome, and I love it. It's 3 needle minders she sent me, and you know, me and my camping, and I'm a nurse, and America. So thank you, Diane, for this. I truly appreciate it. I was going to show this in the last video, and I couldn't figure out where I strategically placed them so I wouldn't forget, because I did get these actually in December. It was before Christmas, and I strategically placed them someplace that I wouldn't lose them, and I couldn't find them when I went to go do my last video. So thank you very much, Diane. I totally appreciate it. And because they were so wonderful and I liked them so much, I went on a little bit of a shopping spree. I won't show you all of them, but I did want to show you how they came packaged to me, because some of these are for individuals, but I wanted to show you some. And I do have her link below. I'm going to show you some of these. Check them out. Oh my goodness. So funny. Can't show you those. She also has like these caps. She did a great job of like making it so that they arrived safely. And look at. And it's just like a book of needle minders. It's awesome. Awesome. I don't want to show you all of them, because I would show them all to you, but some of the people that watch my channel may be getting some of these. And she put in some extras. She says, here's some extras just because. So you know what? I can't, those are gifts. Sorry, can't show you those. I can show you these. These are cute. I'll show you these. Dear autocorrect, it's never duck. Oh, and you know my daughter Rachel, and that we can do it. Rosie the Riveter. Gotta have a flamingo. Oh my goodness. She did a great job. She will, you know, if you tell her what color you want for the bottle cap, she'll put it in a specific color. I told her, have fun with it. Whatever you think works, go for it. But those are so cute. So cute. I'm just showing you a couple of them. Thank you, Diane. They came perfect packaging. Everything is perfect. I'm so excited. And I did. I went a little bit overboard, but that's okay. I don't mind supporting home businesses, because I know that's hard to get your name out, hard to get it out there. So I do thank you, Diane. I love them. There's some gifts in here that will make some people very happy, and hopefully I'll get a laugh at some point when I give it to them. So I want to thank you for that. I also wanted to show you, I got this wooden bowl. I don't know anything about this wooden bowl other than I picked it up at an antique store, and it cost me like $3. And I got it because I thought it would make a good bowl for putting your smalls and stuff in. So, and I can set it on my shelf at work, on my bookshelf. So I got, for $3, I was like, okay, I can't not get it. So I got it, and it's solid. It's very solid. So I wanted to show you that. Then I got into fiber? Oh, I'm going to say it wrong, because I've had this from before, like around Christmas time too, and it was one of their Forbidden Fiber Company, sorry. It was one of their mystery boxes, but it was the Hunger Games box. So I went ahead not knowing what I was getting and got it, and it came with this bag. The show's not over until the Mockingjay sings. It has the Mockingjay. It's got a zipper pull with an arrow. And inside we have, I wanted to show you, we have a Mockingjay needle minder. It's wooden. It's got a wooden back too. It's kind of cool. Got fibers. That's cool. There's a USB on it too, or whatever you call those little pictures that you do of the QR code or whatever that is. I haven't done that yet. I'll have to check that out. And flosses. We have all these pretty flosses. You can see. And there was Forbidden Fiber Co. Bedfast linen. It's an 1/8 yard, 32 count, called Primrose. And this is from Forbidden Fiber Company. Go ahead and open it up so you can see it in all its glory. It's got some like pinks. It looks like the colors are true. What you're seeing is true to what I see. So there's that. It's like having a project already kitted up, but I haven't started it yet. So it's kitted, right? Does this count? I have a lot of projects that are kitted and ready to go. I just need to, because I don't like kidding. And then this is the pattern, and it is Mockingjay. This show's not over until the Mockingjay sings. That's the pattern. And it is stitched with, on this fabric, as you can tell, probably easier if I show you the back, on that fabric, and it's stitched with these colors. So it's ready to go as a project. I just need to start it. But as I said at the beginning of our video, Carla's not starting all the things this year, right? Right. I also wanted to show you, I got my Grace Notes fabric of the month, and this is called, this is a Modena fabric, and it's 36 count. I have a fat quarter. I did tell her I was going to change back to 25 because I tend to use that more than the 36. But this is Modena. A little bit lighter. It has, this is the first time I'm getting the Modena. It's new for her. It has more of a linen type feel to it. It is an even weave, but it does have more of a, when I say linen, like, dish towel's not the right word, but like it feels good. It's an even weave. I haven't stitched on it obviously yet, but I'm anxious to give it a try. It's not as heavy as the normal like 32 and 25 count even weave that I get. It's not as heavy as that. It's a little bit daintier. I don't know if I'm describing this accurately, but Grace Notes Fabrics, check her out. And of course, you know, my fabric came and I ordered, she also sells needles. So I ordered some Bowen needles from her. I got 2 packs of 50 little Bowen needles because I need needles. You're always running out of needles. At least I do all the time. So I have Bowen. I don't know if I've used the Bowen before, but these are 26. That seems to be my go-to size most of the time. She has 28s. She has 24s. Of course, I got a little sticker. Thank you very much. The Grace Notes family, thank you very much for your attention to details. Love it. I also, for the, I get like the, for lack of a better word, prize of the month. It's not really prize of the month. It's like an extra, you don't know what it is. It's like anywhere between $5 and $10. You never know what it is, but I got some freight check as I'm waving it around. So that was the additional prize for this month. Okay, it timed me out. And I got 2 Pako threaders. So this is the new Pako packaging. If you've not seen these before, I'm going to show you mine. Because the other thing I asked her to do was I asked her if she would kit up for a HAED, Heaven and Earth Design. And she said absolutely, and she did. So I asked her to kit up Fabiola for me. It was a purchase that I made from Heaven and Earth. And I said, anything that was 500 stitches or less, I can pull from my own stash. Don't send me skeins of floss. And she kitted everything else up, put it in this great bag, sent it to me, so, and it's got the Fabiola list on it. So when I go to start that project, I have all of my floss, I'm ready to go. I did ask her, are you willing to do this on the norm? Because if I put this out on my video, you may be contacted from people that would like to have you kit up their Heaven and Earth designs or pain-free crafts or any of the things that's out there that you're using or maybe using. And she said, absolutely. She loves kitting. I don't. She should service that. I don't like kitting up. But I did get my tea and cookies kitted up. So I wanted to show you what I did. So I went to Michael's and I got a box. There's my box. It's just a shirt box or whatever they call them. And inside I have tea and cookies, my tea and cookies pattern picture. And I have my Pakos. So I'm going to show you. So I have two, it takes two Pakos. I put tea and cookies on the bottom of each of them with my label maker, and that's just so I know if it gets separated what's on here. And I just write the numbers of the DMC numbers. So you can see some people, I've seen Teresa Little Stitcher does something that she like prints them on little stickers and has the little symbols. I go by the numbers. I don't want to try and look for symbols, and I dang sure can't draw them. So I just put the numbers. They're in numerical order. There's enough. I think there's, each one holds 50. So there's two Pakos, 50 threads. All right. So then I went through how many stitches for each thread. So each color. So I kind of had an idea of how much I needed on each one. So you can see some of these are very thin. Some of these are a little thicker. And, you know, like here, this one, I think there was maybe 100 stitches. I had a length of thread there. What that did was it alleviated all of this floss that I originally had in my kit. This can go back in my stash because I definitely don't need any more of these. So I will feed these back into my stash to be used in other projects. Okay. But I also, some of these were thicker, I would say. And I thought, oh, I'm going to need way more than what I'm going to put on here, because you can't, you probably could put a whole skein onto this, but it gets really clunky, in my opinion. It gets clunky because it fills up in between and they start crowding each other. So what I did instead was I took those extras and I just have them on their own ring here. So when I run out or get low on my Pako, I will come here and I will take off some more strands to add back onto my Pako. So these are my Annie's keepers. And I have the numbers there. There we go. Oh, there we go. Written on them. So I have the numbers on them. So that's where I put them. I don't have to do it that way. That's how I choose to do it. Some of them required multiple skeins. If they required multiple skeins, I have the multiple skeins together and they're just laying in the bottom of this box. And that's because I don't want to have to deal with dye lot issues. And it might be a mute thing, but by the time I stitch all these big projects I have, I am sure it's going to be a thing, and I don't want it to be a thing. So I am doing it this way. So I have my multiple skeins. I have my skeins that I cut all to the same length. They're all pretty much the same length here. These are the ones that will refill. And that just lays in the bottom, easily lays in the bottom, see? Too easy. And then I just have, and when I'm stitching, I pull these two Pakos out and I set them beside me on my chair. I set them on the end of the project where I'm not stitching. They're in numerical order, it's easy. So then I just take, some people will braid these. I don't have time for that. I'm not braiding anything. All I do is tuck them underneath. And I put them in my box. I take the same thing with this side. I just tuck them underneath so they're kind of contained, right? Look. See? They're tucked in there in my box. That lays on top. I put what my project is right on the very top of it. If I had the picture, right? Close up my lid. And then I can put this on my shelf and it's contained. And I know when I work on tea and cookies and I pull this out, this has all my floss I need for that project. Everything I need is in here. So that's my organizational tip and trick for you today. And a way to make some of your floss go back into your stash and be okay with it. So, what do you think? I think that's all I got. I hope that you enjoyed what I showed you and shared with you and you got some great ideas. Oh, it's not all I got. I told you, don't let me forget. I have some giveaways because I pulled out some stuff to give away to people this time. So, some of this is I had duplicates. Some of it is something that I got somewhere along the line. This is an embroidery kit of autumn leaves. If you are interested and you want this kit, put in your comments below the word autumn. I better write this down or I'll forget. Autumn. And I will be happy to mail that to you. The other one I have here is, some of these I got off the freebie table. Some of these I've had in my stash that I'm like, I'm not going to stitch that anymore. This is Esprit Tradition. I don't even know. It's in another language. I'm just going to, this is what we got here. It looks like it's some Quaker. So if you're interested in this, it is in a different language. They are 127 by 127 points, it says. So if you're interested in this, then please put the word point, P-O-I-N-T, in the comment below. And I'm going to pass this one because I have two. I believe somebody gave me one and I had purchased as well. So I'm going to pass this along, and it's Home of the Needleworker. This is by Little House Needleworks. If you are interested in this, put the word home in your comments below. And I think I'm going to pass along one more while I'm here today, because I finished Toil and Trouble and showed it on the last video. So I decided I'm going to give up Toil and Trouble. If you are interested in Toil and Trouble by Plum Street, put in the description box below Trouble, the word Trouble, T-R-O-U-B-L-E, Trouble. So that's 4 items up for giveaway for our end of February video. You need to comment on this video and we will announce the winners when I do my February wrap up. So I wish you all the best. I wish you good luck. I wish you happy stitching. Stitch all the things. Start what you want to start. Stitch what you want to stitch. And have a great day. Bye, everyone.